So in the last episode of Sailing WildChild, we finally got out of the state of Maine, had a pretty sporty sail past the state of New Hampshire, and pulled into Newburyport, Massachusetts. We dropped the hook for the night, woke up the next morning, and at sunrise, headed out again. This time we're going to try to make it to Cape Cod in one big jump.
So it's 7 a.m. As you can see, the sun is coming out. It's around 6, not up yet. So today, offshore wind 14 knots. So hopefully that's the case. That will be great for us. So second day that we can make big progress. Our destination today is Cape Cod. So hopefully we'll do it. So dirty, the daughter, it's full of salt water because of the splash of yesterday.
It's amazing, but sailing in the ocean, you can literally watch your boat get crusty and white with salt.
A lot of currents too.
Thankfully, the tide was flowing out and the current was in our favor as we were leaving the Newburyport harbor. Now I have to go on a tangent here for a little bit for the next couple of videos to make any sense. Michel and I are about a week from breaking up. In polite society in Canada and on YouTube, you're never supposed to say bad things. You can't say bad things about your partner. You can't say bad things about the relationship. You're supposed to be happy, positive all the time. But if you've been watching, you might know that this has been a very difficult adventure. It has been very hard. We are trapped together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on our little sailboat in the big nasty ocean. It is constantly cold. It is constantly wet. There's constantly condensation, water, and mold growing on everything in the boat. And I'm a girl. I need to talk to people, and I have no one to talk to but Michel. People that meet us realize pretty quickly that I, Lexi, am the captain, and I definitely rule our sailboat with an iron fist. But they don't see it's because I have to be the captain, and I have to be in charge and responsible. Michel's actually a pretty bad sailor. He's impulsive, he makes spontaneous decisions without any thought, he reacts purely on emotion and not on intellect or logic at all. He really can't forecast causality or cause and effect. He always wants to do the opposite of what the right thing to do is, and he's unpredictable. The stress of this adventure has been weighing on both of us, but Michel's reaction is to vent his emotions by yelling at me, by having what he calls passionate conversations 10 times a day. But I don't really want to argue 10 times a day. I have enough stress as it is. He just won't cooperate and be part of the team. He's part of the problem. Michel is definitely wearing me down, and I'm pretty close to cracking. Good morning, sailing fans. So we're leaving Newburyport, Massachusetts. Yesterday sailing, we skipped over the entire state of New Hampshire, I think, and jumped from Maine over New Hampshire into Massachusetts. It's cold. It's really cold. We can see our breath. It's about 5 degrees Celsius. If you remember, I told you before, we left Port Colborne in the middle of August, and that was too late. This is why it was too late. It's freezing out. It is very cold, and winter is getting down faster than we are. So, and it came very quickly. Today we want to jump to Cape Cod. So yesterday we were in Portland, Maine, and we did a 60-mile day, which is good, which made us to Newburyport, Massachusetts. But we still have 60 miles to get to Cape Cod again. and the winds are going to be a steady 15 knots on the beam to nose a little bit. So the winds won't be as strong and we won't move as fast today, but the sails should be calmer, sunnier, and nice. But 60 miles is really stretching it. So we left basically at sunrise, and we'll either have to stop at dark wherever we are, maybe 10 miles short of our goal, or push in the dark to finish the way to Cape Cod. The ocean's so calm, it's like a lake, it's crazy. I've never seen it like this.
I just want to show you the difference from yesterday. Look at that. So calm.
The winds were lighter than forecast, and for the morning they were from the west, so we kind of had it to push us around Rockport, Massachusetts. But as we came around the corner, so did the winds. They were coming more west-southwesty and more on the nose. They were also lighter than they were supposed to be, so we really weren't going that fast.
Like that, beautiful. But it's cold.
We had to motor sail for the first couple of hours. Okay, so this rant is necessary to sort of explain some of the background things that you guys don't see. Now, this YouTube project was actually Michel's idea. This was his brainchild and his baby, and he said he wanted to do it. But it really is a lot of work. Now, we actually have a pretty simple setup here in WildChild. We have Lexi's camera there on the left, the black one, that I use to film footage every day. We have Michel's blue camera in the middle that he uses to film footage every day. And then we have an external hard drive where every day Michel's job is to transfer the video footage from both cameras using a computer and Microsoft Windows File Explorer. I taught him how to organize the hard drive, how to go on MicroDrive, how to open up a folder with the month so all the month's videos could be kept together. And then every day open up individual folders with the date and any pertinent information, and then keep the video footage archive organized in a way that'll be easy to make videos later. Despite me teaching Michel how to do this dozens and dozens of times, unbeknownst to me, he wasn't doing it properly. He deleted, lost, or misplaced all of the footage from my camera for about 3 months behind my back. I didn't know about it every day. He told me that he did it, said he knew what he was doing, said he was doing fine. And then later when we went back to make videos, we saw there was only footage from Michel's camera and no footage from Lexi's camera. That makes these videos very hard to make for you because we're missing more than 50% of the footage. We're missing entire days. For 2 months, Lexi's camera was the main camera we used every day in Nova Scotia and Maine. And all the footage is gone. So it's hard for me to make videos for you when Michel's lost, damaged, misplaced most of the video footage. Today's video is no exception. 90% of the video footage for this adventure is gone. So, sorry that this video is going to be a little bit short. We're missing all the video footage when we went around Rockport. It was pretty exciting. They had a break wall, but it was 2 feet under the water, and you could just see like the ocean waves crashing over it. So we had to be careful not to run into that. And on channel 16, there was a mayday call for a sailboat that had run aground. And that's historic Boston there in the background. Although it's probably a fabulous city and it would be an awesome place to visit, on WildChild we just didn't have the time to do it. So this is the closest we got to that great city. We cast it offshore. And that's it. After 46 nautical miles, we're missing most of the footage from that day. We pulled our way into Scituate Harbor as the sun was setting. It had a deep marked Clearwater channel for us to get into, and there was really nasty weather coming tomorrow, so we knew we needed safe harbor. Again, it was end of season for the sailors there, so they were actually pulling the docks out the next day. We pulled into the harbor and there was actually a mooring field there, but it was mostly empty, so we just grabbed the nearest mooring ball. And that's it. We called it a night, went downstairs, cooked some dinner, tuned in the television, caught some local news. I did my nails for the first time in a while. We stayed there the next day too because there was some pretty hairy weather coming. There was even a tornado touchdown nearby in a place that never gets tornadoes. We were getting record-breaking bad weather this fall. The next day, we waited for a break in the rain to go for a dinghy ride to shore. We really wanted to find Wi-Fi to try to upload a YouTube video for you guys, and we thought maybe the opportunity to stretch our legs and walk around a little bit might be good. Our lovely dinghy ride in the rain, looking for Wi-Fi. I don't remember if we got stuck here for 1 day or 2 days, waiting out the bad weather. I went to check out the yacht club to see if maybe it was open.
You just reported a tornado warning, storm, hail, close to just a little bit west of here. So Lexi will try to upload at least 2 YouTube videos.
There's no way we're going to.
We'll see what happens.
Well, that failed.
Yeah. Doing Lexi?
So we're in Scituate Harbor. It's out of season. We got kicked off the yacht club docks. We're searching around for Wi-Fi access so we can upload videos for our loyal viewers. So we're in the rain, in our dinghy, under a dock, trying to get shelter from the overhead ramp, protecting the laptop with the plastic sea line bag while we try to upload the latest video on the city's open Wi-Fi service. We're at 6%. It says if we sit like this for 28 minutes, we should be able to bring the next video to you, the viewer. After successfully completing the mission to upload a YouTube video for you guys, we dinghied back to our yacht in the rain, called it a day.